There's a viral video showing an elderly woman on her knees apologizing to a 7-year-old after wrongly accusing the child of taking her phone. The footage has sparked conversations about accountability and how adults handle mistakes in front of children. So ladies, what can we learn, and unlearn from this moment about humility, patience, and the way we treat young ones in our community? Have you ever wrongfully accused a young person, or have you ever also been wrongfully accused by an elderly person? How did you deal with it? How did you manage the situation, which is very, very important. So we're having that conversation based off the video. How did you redeem yourself? So you can, of course, we'd like to have our viewers join the conversation by calling us on 020-1635-2013 or 090-2416-3440. Tweet to us. We'd love to read your tweet. We didn't take comments on YouTube, and I know we have several of them on our previous topic, and we'll have on this one as well, but we'll take it this time. So, have you been wrongfully accused, Amaka? How did you feel when you were wrongfully accused by an elderly person? Did you feel justice was served?
Specifically an elderly person?
Yes, elderly person.
Luckily for me, as you know, my mouth is very sharp. And I don't believe in keeping quiet and just taking the brunt of anything that people try to. I feel like it's important to speak up, to have a voice and use it. If someone accuses you falsely, speak up immediately and say, no, I did not do it. And you stand by that and you keep saying it. I did not, respectfully, I did not do it. Respect, like you keep, hammering on that, because for me, accountability, has no age limits, okay? Respect goes both ways. An apology heals deeply. Why am I saying this? I have a huge respect for that mama.
Yeah. Hi, serious one.
Hi, big respect for that mama. Yes, because number one, she knows what wrong accusation can do to the mind of a child. You can take away a child's self-confidence. As in, if you accuse that child in public, there's so many people that are no longer there to actually know whether it actually happened or not, and they'll forever have that mindset about that child, right? So I appreciate the fact that she accused this child wrongly, and she came to apologize. Not just that, she knelt down to show the child how deeply sorry she is for the accusation. It takes, I have huge respect for her. Let me just allow you to have an initial thoughts.
Yeah, so I had the same thing too. Really, it's very rare. I know it doesn't happen with a lot of, because in Nigeria here, once you're an elder person, you are exempted. You automatically exempted. You don't apologize to somebody who you're older than. I remember when we were growing up, sometimes because my younger brother was very, very, very stubborn. So he would be the one to break one or two things. And immediately my mom comes, she'll be like, is the two of you? So she will never ask, did you do it or not? And sometimes I'll come out, I'll say, Mommy, I did not do it. Mommy, I did not do it. She'll say, no, it's the two of you. They will flog you. So eventually, after some time, anytime she comes and she's like, who did this? I won't even say anything, because I know that they're still going to beat me. She will not even listen that, okay, maybe I didn't do it or anything. No matter what I say, she will not even. So I'll just leave it, and then she will just, so after some time, anything you say, I'll just accept. And it has affected me over time. So anytime anybody comes and tells me, you did this, I'll just sit down, I'll just be looking at the person. I don't know where to start. I don't know how to start trying to convince the person, no, I did not do it. Because I'll just say, no, I'm not the one that did it, and I'll just keep quiet. But the person, maybe if the person keeps insisting, you did it, I don't know how to continue, because I'll now see that I'm losing, my breath. Like, I'm getting tired of the whole thing, and, since you said I've done it, oh yeah, go ahead, do your worst. Go on, do your worst and everything. I'll just sit down and just watch you. So that thing affects a lot of people. It affects. So for us now, these days, me too, I'm even learning. I'm learning how to apologize when you do something wrong. I apologize to my kids when I do something wrong, or anybody that is lower than me. Apology is not just for people who are older, you are older than. You too, as an adult, if you do something wrong, you should apologize to anybody, regardless of their age.
When I saw it, I cried. I thought it was so beautiful. And then I just realized, grandmothers tend to do things like this. I don't know if you've ever had experience like with older people. They just don't want too much wahala with their grandchildren, or they'll call you aside and then they'll pamper you and they'll pet you and they tell you they're sorry. I don't know, maybe as you get to a certain age,
you just realize it's not that deep.
It's not that
it doesn't
deep.
remove anything
but
from
she
you.
was willing to just kneel down. I felt so, and I know for the child as well. So the thing is, yes, it's important. We're saying that accountability, both sides, is important. But you see how sometimes we think you have to use physical violence or force to teach someone something. You see that child, she too, she has learned accountability.
Yes.
Yeah.
She too should be like, oh, okay, so it's okay on this side. Meaning she too should be willing
to kneel and apologize if
it may not be kneeling, but be willing to recognize that, okay, if I've done something wrong or accuse someone falsely, I can come back and, you know, apologize. Because I see a lot of people insist on holding on to the wrong that they have done because they have never had a scenario or an experience where someone owned up to the bad that they have done to them. So they feel that, okay, the way to handle this is that, no, yes, boom, your face, don't agree for them, you know. So for me, I know that this woman, she does, it really touched my heart. And yeah, it just reminded me, I like to apologize to my children, but sometimes I don't apologize.
I mean, so like,
do you know how many things you have done to me? I just but yeah, it just reminded to
that means you're like my mom. You're like my mom, because the way my mom apologizes to my nephews and nieces, right? It's so easy. But my mom, for her to, I can't remember, I can count how many times she has apologized, and I know she's watching. Instead, she'll just tap you on your shoulder like this.
Oh yeah, sorry, Joe.
And the tap is still painful. I said, just tell me sorry now. That mommy,
it's a serious mommy situation.
She's watching.
I think that this video didn't just this grandma didn't just teach that child a lesson. This grandma taught Nigeria a lesson, because we talk about it, but now it was not a talk thing. It's not a chastising, take ownership. We saw an elderly person embody. So thank you to the person that recorded the video and posted it, because you probably have brought in a level of humility or accountability to people that did not even think. They wouldn't read much to it, but when they now look at this video, they'll think about it again and say, maybe I should just go and apologize. Maybe I should just mend this relationship because I know I'm the one that wronged, you know. So it is the grace that it spreads across everywhere it goes. It's like when we saw that video of the boy that went to help the Tyler that was speaking plastic. You know, there's a spirit that just flows with some content, which is why I always advise, don't consume these negative ones, because the same spirit of negativity too, it flow. This was a healing, accountability spirit that came through that video, and you just feel it. It just calms you. It gives you grace. Like, it extends grace to you and gives you room to say, I would go and apologize as well. But the thing about it is, it just feels a bit like, the kneeling down, because some of us, we are not used to kneeling down. But for the woman, that's the height of me showing you, I truly am contrite.
Do you know what it means to falsely accuse someone?
Call someone a thief.
Not even thief, whatever it is, to falsely accuse somebody. And then, do you know one thing about false accusation? I think someone said it earlier. Is that you may have said it and moved on. People would take it and create a whole story around you. People would see you based off on that accusation. People would deal with you based off of that accusation, that false accusation. So for me, it is important. So let's take it outside just an elderly person. You know, yes, I think false accusation is witchcraft, because some people actually sit down and that's what they do, craft stories about you. There are seeds that they plant in different corners or different groups of people, so that when you show up in those spaces, people already have a false sense of who you are and deal with you accordingly. So for me, I believe that's the worst form of witchcraft. It's not about when you are cutting blood, and this one is worse than that. And so, and then when someone now is found out, because usually it's not even that they realize on their own. Somehow God helps you, the person is found out. Then they say, sorry now. Sorry? Is that enough? Have you gone back to all the places that you have planted these lies and this seed? Have you gone to say to them, I am Do you know that thing I said about this?
It's not true.
It's not true. Have you gone to other people that, you know, that one sorry, I said sorry is not enough. So that's why it's important before you open your mouth and say something about it. That's why I don't know who I was talking to. There was something I was looking for. I think it was you I was saying. Saying so I was looking for something. And God knows, the only person I thought could have taken it.
Okay, yeah.
Yes.
I remember.
I was like, but this person, I don't know the person to be like that. But that thing, the only person I feel like could have taken it is because it was just me and that person. Eventually, I found it. I was like, thank God I never opened my mouth. Imagine if I had opened my mouth. Do you know the relationship I would have destroyed forever? Because I even thought about it. I sat down, I kept thinking about it. In fact, I was willing, I said to myself, I was willing for the person to take it because I don't, and I was happy. So it's important to understand how heavy our words are, especially about other people.
It is heavy.
And then if you hear something you're not sure of, this person said you said something about it, go and meet the person. Did you say this? Instead of planting seeds. So there's a lot
the
to be,
situation.
yes, there's a lot to be learned from here.
But we should also look at it from another angle where you've been accused falsely and they come and apologize to you. And in your heart, you know that you did it. It was not false accusation. And yeah, because there have been times where, like growing up, right, when we come for like maybe Christmas, my grandparents' place and everything, they'll make cake and chin-chin. I don't know why they don't make those chin-chin these days. Those ones that are so milky and so sweet. Then they'll make them. And then in the night, hey, my cousins them and everything. Some of them will go and I'll be stealing this cake and chin-chin. Yes, God forgive me. I was stealing the cake and chin-chin. We're a group, we're a cartel. It was a cartel. And we are good at it.
Chin-chin stealers.
The chin-chin and cake stealers. Then they will not come in the morning to be saying, what happened to the cake? We know that we are the ones, but we'll keep quiet, right? Yes. And everything. So there are situations where, and it's still wrong because at the end of the day, other person might be blamed for that thing that you know that you've done wrong.
You do and
then sometimes as children, we used to not forget the crumbs on our mouth. And they will not still catch us and know that we are the ones that...
And then you'll be insisting, even with crumbs.
Let me add, so for me, the way I try to avoid, I don't like accusing people wrong, falsely, you know, so I try to avoid it. Like for example, I know that every time, you know, when I come down, leave my car in the bag, my bag in the car. So sometimes I'll just bring it down because I don't want to come and not see something and start trying to accuse my driver. I wouldn't want to do that. So I'll just carry my bag, JJ, and go with me. I'll carry it along, you know, with me and all. Sometimes again, if I have a friend around me and I'm like, okay, maybe she wants to leave her bag, I'll be like, go with it so that she won't come. Because there are several times that there was a time I was with a friend and then she left her bag. She went and then the next thing she was like, Rama, to return this thing, I was like, you know, according to her, it's a strategy. She's doing, please return the bangles that you took from my bag. And I'm not like, did I take any bangles from you?
So when she call for people, she find the person that took it.
Since then, anytime you are going, you as a friend, if you're going to leave anything, I'll be like, please carry your bag and go so that there won't be you won't have any reason. Not that I'm going to take anything from inside, but just go with it so that there won't be any reason for you to start thinking that maybe I took something from it or something like that. So let's try and avoid.
I just got a message from Engineer Tijani, and I was going to actually mention the Yoruba. So there are two Yoruba words I was going to refer to before I read the message. One is Omanfi agba yomode jeni. That's you use being an adult, your age, to cheat the children. And it's a Yoruba proverb. Okay. I senior you. So because I'm an elderly person, if I make mistake, you will still, I will cheat you and get away with it. But there's something else that is also being said, that when you cheat a child, the creator, Eleda, of that child would catch you. So, Engineer Tidani said, good day, ladies of your view, that grandma did not kneel for the kid, but for her creator. In Yoruba, that's for the creator. God will forgive her for the wrong accusation. Imagine if it is an environment where double justice could have been meted out to anyone. This woman, the woman knew the levity of what she did, and so she felt she owed the kid apology to humble herself. And so I feel that it was, you know when you know, jokingly say my head strong. I tell my friend, I say my head strong. People that do this to me, I don't need to say anything. God, the way God fights for me. No wahala, I'm good. So I don't bother myself. Somebody was asking me, why do you let things go? So he said, because I don't need to fight for myself. I've seen God fight for me, so I just chill. And sometimes you are jumping to fight without realizing that there's really nothing for you to fight about. So this girl's situation is somewhere where, thankfully, she is a young girl. She didn't have to fight or say anything. And to avoid the accusation from coming to cause this old woman problem, maturity and wisdom says that I have accused you, even if you don't say a word, your creator, God can fight for you in a way that I will be forced to come and apologize. So now let me apologize so that there will be no need to defend you over my head and all of that.
I hear that, and I think it's also a very powerful message. But somehow, doesn't it take away from the fact that this is a woman that also was willing to apologize, knowing that she had done something wrong. Not only because I'm afraid of what the eternal consequences will be, but also that I recognize what I did was wrong. And really, I want to apologize to this child right in front of me.
You know, it's because it's not common, you know, here in Nigeria. It's because, you know, once the elder person, an elderly person, they always go away with a lot of things. So, because for her to do this is really very, you know, it's different. So, it's commendable.
Yeah, because you have situations where parents...
Amaka, let me let you land it after the break. We'll take a quick break right now. When we return, we'll welcome your contributions. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Stay tuned. Your View will be right back.
Welcome back and thanks for staying with us. So, Amaka, land your plane.
Yes, I said, let me land the plane. I said that most times parents, it's so easy for parents to ask for forgiveness by using gifts or presents or food to cover up, or maybe something you asked them in the past that they said no to. They will not allow you have that thing. Do you understand?
Is as a way effective as apologizing?
Yes, as a, you know, that's just the norm, as a way of saying sorry. And you should know that's your small head that I'm trying to tell you sorry, right? But so that's why I really commend this woman, like as in this mama, she tried, you know. But that wants to switch out.
No, we're asking too much. Like it depends on the accusation. It depends on the wrongdoing. There are some that does not. Is it every wrongdoing that my mother will have to come and kneel down and be begging?
She doesn't need to kneel down, but she should tell me sorry and acknowledge that and have that conversation. Parents avoid having the conversation to say, I am sorry for. What are you sorry for? I am sorry for A, B, C, D.
Yes, I know. But I feel that as a child, you always feel like you're in the place of like a disadvantage.
Yes.
So you're always asking. Sometimes our parents do things that, or have done things that is now that I'm an adult and as a parent myself, that I realize, even though it was hurtful then, it was really for my own good. So there was no need to apologize. But what I'm saying in the end is, it's not everything that you get kneeling down for. Some will just be, before they were keeping malice for me. But now they have decided to keep talking to you, or they buy something for you, or there's something which I always encourage my children is, when the emotions have all gone, you can come and sit down with your parents and explain to them, this is what you did, and the way you said it made me feel this way. You know, sometimes children don't know how to approach. So I guess in that case, parents, you need to also allow your children to be able to approach you. But with my children, I always say, cannot approach me while you are being rude. Use your words properly, and then we'll have a conversation.
We'll take a call from Yakub from Dokbemu. Welcome to the show.
Yeah, good morning, Mama Beji. And good morning to everyone in the studio.
Good morning.
You see, for me, I give kudos to the old woman. I really give kudos to her, because it is not everybody that can do what the woman doing. Because you see, Mama Beji, a lot of people are languishing in prison today because of false accusations. Some people have been dead. They have been killing a lot of people because of wrong accusations. And then the message to some people does that is that somebody that you first accuse, and then in the long run they got killed. And then you go back to God Almighty Allah, God forgive me. It is a lie. You are not going to be forgiven, because deep down you know that you falsely accuse that person, and then in the process he was killed. In fact, today, some people in the jail today, you see, when you go to prison sometimes, when you go pay a visiting, you see some people, they'll be just crying, because they know what they are serving, they were not doing it. And that's why people, the person that first accused them, the person is moving around in the street, is going to eating. And then one day, the person will now say, I have some forgiveness before God Almighty. It is a lie. They are not supposed to be forgiven. Or else that very particular person forgive you. That what that woman did, the old woman, that thing that the woman did, it is a long message to every one of us. If you knew that what I did is wrong, you have to quickly go and ask for forgiveness before that person, because never can tell. That very particular person that you accused wrongly, he can also die. And then when that person dies, maybe God Almighty killed the person. And then you realize that I've already wrongly accused this person, but it's already gone. Who are you going to have forgiveness from? Because the person already died. What do? You ask for forgiveness before God Almighty Allah. and then you are going to wait for the day of judgment. The day of judgment, God Almighty Allah will not have that person. Are you forgive it? If the person said no, He cannot even forgive you that time. All the good things that you are doing when you were living, they will take it from yours and give it to that person because you wrongly accuse that person. So it is a message. It is a big, big message to every one of us.
Yeah.
Thank God. God bless you all.
Thank you so much. Our typical kind of say, if you want to apologize, it's like I'll just be like, so you're still married, you're still angry. Don't be angry again now. Yeah, sorry.
No, if my mother should do that, that's the height of apology.
So for me, that's my own. I was like,
my parents.
So you're still I did not. Maybe I've already beaten you. I enter the kitchen or check the fridge, and I'm not seeing my stuff, and I feel like you are the one that ate the cake. It's you that usually eats the cake. Then grandma now comes and says, I'm the one. I was like, Daniel, why you still do your face like that? Yeah, don't be. I'm going to come and eat the cake.
I apologize. But for my mom, when my mom does something wrong, she'll just be in your space, constantly arranging your things for you, helping you to do one or two things. But she will not open her mouth
and say, like, you're sorry, smile.
Me, my parents, they have never apologized to me for anything. The only time that you hear I'm sorry is maybe when you get wounded. Sorry, sorry. You know, they'll put iodine, pepper iodine that time. They'll just put iodine.
Fadi Kiss Puta says, Mama is closer to the grave. She wants to make sure that she enters through the gates of heaven rather than the gates of hell. Otherwise, the spirit of that child will be waiting for her at the gates. So she had to apologize.
And then Hafsa says, I forgive her ahead of what she has not even done, because I'm now a parent too, and I'm going through the pressure of parenting. We can be perfect parents, but we can't be perfect parents, but we can only do our best.
Yeah, Sean says, I have a family relation that I'm older than, but has become a king. They expect me to prostrate to greet him, telling me it's the stool I'm prostrating to for him. Ojeburuku, hell no, I wouldn't. I think that there's a weight to the kneeling and prostrating that some people's ego would not allow them to do. And that for me was the spirit I felt from that. So she could have easily apologized and it's recorded, but the fact that the way she knelt, there's a feeling you get from it, that humility of, yes, I am really, really taking account for what I did, and I'm apologizing to you, I'm apologizing to the God in you. And you know, that's why it felt like when the Tijani said, the leader, it's not just that your creator will punish me, it's that there's a God, that every child, there's the spirit of their spirit is an adult already. So the spirit in you is not a child. So I will not, the same way I will not want anyone to treat me, the way I will not want anyone to treat, I won't treat you that way as well. So it's acknowledging that adult spirit, the God in that child that just took place. But final comment as we round off.
Okay, I was just going to, the person that says will not kneel before the
Oba.
Why would you do that now? As you said, it's really about the crown. Put your ego aside. It's okay. There's nothing
Put
there.
ego aside and heal.
Yes. So my word would be, I stoop to conquer. That's always been my word.
Good.
I don't care. Like, you know, I'm a very stubborn person, but saying sorry is the least of it. Like, why can't I say sorry?
I don't think there's any big deal in apologizing. Every time, anything you do, if you do anything wrong, whether you're even right, sometimes even if when you're wrong, you should still apologize. You have to for the sake of peace. That's all.
All right, that's all we can take on today's show. See you on Your View Pidgin tomorrow. Bye from us.